Hey guys, it's me, Zelen, and just doing a video for you with regards to what I found on our little trip out yesterday. Yesterday my dad came by and took my son and my boyfriend and I off to one of our local beaches just to kind of hang out for a couple hours and stuff. It's the first time that my son has actually seen the ocean. I don't consider he's seen it from like the city, and he's been to, like, if you guys have ever been to Vancouver, he's been to Stanley Park, so he could have seen the sea from there, but it's just not the same as when you're actually at a beach. It's just not the same. So in any case, it's his first time, as far as I know, that he's actually gone out to a beach and seen that and kind of had that experience. Now, we didn't go swimming. By no means did we go swimming. It's cold. It's way too cold to go swimming. But we kind of hung out on the beach and walked up and down and looked for treasures. And it was really cool. A really neat opportunity for us to find, things like crab shells and all this, and explain to my son a bit about the ocean. My dad is a marine biologist. He doesn't do research anymore, but that's still what he is. And so it was kind of fun for him to be able to answer my son's questions with regards to, like, what is this and what is that and how does that work and all these things. And then, well, can I throw it in the water? Was the next question. So we had a really good time. But yeah, so we picked up a whole bunch of neat stuff, and I'm going to show you that in a sec. But first off, as witches, we should always be on the lookout for the gifts that nature gives us. And I think that, if you're going to pick up something, you should leave something behind. Personally, when we're on beaches, I don't necessarily leave offerings on the beach, but what I do is, for most, basically for everything that I pick up, I'll also pick up the equivalent amount of garbage and throw it out. We found some interesting garbage. Nothing too bad, just, plastic bags from foreign countries and stuff like that. We actually even found somebody's cell phone that we were lucky enough to be able to return to them right away, but it was one of those, it's like, how do we call this person? Anyway, so yeah, let's see here. So yeah, I'm going to show you what we got, and just remember that next time you go out for a walk, whether it's into the woods, in the park, or on the beach, to keep your eye out for some interesting treasures. Come on, and I'll show you. So I put everything here in the abalone shell, just because it was easier. But, wow! These are all of our treasures. So we found some cool stuff. This is the stuff that I kept. This is my stash. Julian has his own one. So I've got here all this green and brown stuff. All this here. That's all sea glass, which is really cool. And I like this piece. This piece, you can actually see the bottom of the bottle. That's the bottom rim of it. But really nicely worn and everything. So there's all that. And these I use in charms sometimes, just because they're fun. But mainly blues and browns this time. Sometimes you go there and you'll find a whole bunch of greens and browns. Sometimes you'll go there and you'll find a whole bunch of blue. I used to have a couple of really nice pieces of purple glass when I was a kid. And then there's a piece of white glass. That's all shade down. Now this is cool. Do you know what this is? Can you tell? It's a piece of a bowl. But it's been worn down by the sea. So it's basically what would be sea ceramic. But I thought it was kind of neat. It was pretty cool when I picked it up. It's like, oh look, it's a chunk of a plate. As we're picking up all this glass. Now, these three here, you can see them. My son cut his finger, so there's a little bit of, I need to wash this one. A little bit of blood on that one. But anyway, these are parts of snail shells, sea snail shells, that have kind of broken off funny. And they tend to sort of break in this way. And then they've been extremely worn down by everything. So those are some shells. And these are also some chunks of shell. These are from I believe this is either a clam, it might be a geoduck. I can't tell. Actually, this one might be a geoduck. But this is a clam, for sure. And then we also have these two here are oyster shells that have been extremely worn down. But they're gorgeous. They've got this really nice, you can't necessarily see it over the camera, but they've got a really nice like opalescent hue to them, despite the fact that all the mother of pearl's been worn off. It's really pretty. So there's two of those. And then these are my big treasures, is these three. This here is a piece of pure quartz. Here in the Vancouver area, there's a lot of quartz veins. And there's quite a bit of gold around here. And, you know, further up you hear about Dawson Creek and Barkerville as being the northern gold rush areas. Well, there's a lot of quartz around here. And that's part of the reason why they even started looking there, is because there's a lot of quartz that is taken down the Fraser River. So this is probably, I wouldn't be surprised if this is actually from further upriver. We were pretty close to the delta of the river. So yeah, that's pure quartz. Not any fancy, clear, smoky quartz, but quartz. And this, which, oh, I'm so sorry it's not in focus, guys. I wish it was. This is a piece of natural citrine. Yes, this is actually a chunk of quartz that is the orangey gold color of a natural piece of citrine, and it was polished by the ocean. Isn't that pretty? My dad actually picked that one up. I thought that was really cool. And then the other thing that we found is this. And if you can guess what it is, well, actually, I found this. But if you can guess, I want you to first take a guess at what you think it is. Here's the ends of it. If you guessed a bone, you'd be right. Now, can you guess what animal it might be from? This is not from an equine. Let's put it that way. It's not a deer or a moose or anything like that. But if you look at my hand, you can see what it could be. This is a finger joint. And what we're figuring, my marine biologist father and I were figuring, is this is probably from a whale. So this is from a whale's flipper, which is pretty cool. It was really neat when I saw it on the beach. It kind of screamed at me to pick it up. And it's been really cool. I really like it. I just kind of like to hug it. Hold it. But yeah, so there's that. That's my big, amazing find, is this whale bone. So yeah, you can find all sorts of cool things. I mean, on previous hikes that I've gone on, just as myself, I've found small animal skulls. I've found bird skulls that have been like just naturally bleached. I've found all sorts of things. Feathers are very common. On the ocean, seaweed, lots and lots of shells. My son was able to get a couple of different crab shells and lots of different kinds of clam shells and stuff like that. And a lot of those things can be used in charms very, very effectively. So yeah. Yeah, basically, next time you guys go for a walk, it's good to walk with your head held high, but sometimes you find treasure on the ground. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good time. Blessed be. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.